right, so this guy right here is another misunderstood guy. What's his name again? I forgot his name actually. I stumbled into his channel a long time ago, and recently he came on the radar again once I started to pay attention to the fact that the mentoring for a lot of young men, unfortunately right now, is the red pill rage community. Then he came back on my radar. But I'm very, very appreciative of this video that he did, right? There's a lot of people, what they're teaching young men is how many women they sleep with is what determines how much of a man they are. Nothing could be further from the truth, right? That's why I appreciate this video. Because this video, he went in. You go find the video and watch it too. Once we're done with this channel, once we're done with this video, right? Sleeping with a lot of men ain't all that. Okay, now I want to say this. It's about balance in life. Okay, there are people on the other side of this, right, that think that if they don't sleep with any woman, right, that they now deserve some kind of special accolades. Life doesn't work like that. Life is about power, money, respect. Right? If you're trying to be a winner, okay, you're always competing with other people. That's a fact of life. So what you don't know, somebody else knows, and that can work against you. And also there's the play. It's a game. It's not a joke. It's game. When you're dealing with the ladies, you're dealing with the purpose. It's a game of life that you must learn how to play. Point blank, period, space. There's no way around it. It is what it is, right? And if you're in denial about that, you think it's about how righteous you are, you're gonna miss it really badly. Being righteous is bare minimum. Being honest is bare minimum, okay? Anyone can be that. Anyone with a personality that just like to get things right all the time. Like I have two boys that I'm raising, right? One of them like things to be right. One of them is like, I'm free, I just want to do enough, right? That's personality trait. That has nothing to do with if you're gonna win in life or not. And that's the work I have to do with raising them and letting them understand the strength and weakness of either, right? If your outlook on life is about being right all the time, you're gonna have problem with other human beings because other human beings that's not their outlook. Their outlook is survival. And survival comes in all kind of different shapes and forms. For the ladies, a lot of people like to say they are more so hypogamous. I agree with that a lot. To a large extent, right? But that's not a crime. That's actually what it is, right? It's not about, oh, you're wrong. No, it is what it is. If a woman doesn't feel safe and secure, she's not going to want to be around you. And sometimes that's the symptom or the what that looks like on the outside is money. Sometimes what that looks like on the outside is like looks like they're with a simp. Something the red rage pale people will call a weak man. That's not necessarily a weak man. Just because somebody is not as loud as you are does not make them a weak man. That's a word of wisdom that you should really think really deeply about. Okay, if you've ever felt that way or you didn't notice that, oh yeah, that's what I was just loud, right? So with that being said, I really appreciated that this guy brought this video out because he's considered to be in the red pill, but there are people in the red pill rage community, that will consider this video extremely purple pill, okay? Because it's now mixed with blue. Bullshit stuff. But that's what it is. If you're finding out for the first time, there's a whole community and it's extremely toxic when you go in the comment area. But that's what people like me are here for. We can shed some light on a few 10 people that will watch this video, okay? That's fine, okay? So I really thought this video was really good. It made some point on, first of all, lots of women, if that's your outlook on life, that's gonna get tiring. Like everything else that you readily have available. Once you figure out how to get a lot of women, you're gonna get tired of that. But you're still missing purpose, which is the one thing that makes you feel fulfilled as a human being here on earth. Okay? So you're still missing it, right? But if you focus on purpose, that's gonna attract lots of women anyway, and then you get to pick somebody you want to spend your life with at your own pace without wasting your life and time away with women. Then he talked about being exposed to diseases, right? The very simple fact of the matter is that the more people you go out there recklessly trying to sleep with, the higher the chances you're going to catch disease, because condoms don't catch everything. It is what it is. All right. People are catching coronavirus just by being in each other's space. So do you think you can catch disease by overly exposing yourself sexually? Of course. Duh. Right. So these are things that will seemingly be common sense, but when people get into some kind of rage or religious belief system or anything like that, you don't think it through. Like, oh yeah. And a lot of time, so these are the two types of people in the red pill rage community. The rage. I'm not talking about red pill. In fact, to be honest with you, I don't know enough yet about red pill. The only thing I know about it is that it is about self-sustainability, and I think that's a fantastic thing. It's about staying in your purpose and not making women the main topic, because you will attract women just like you will attract money if you stay in your purpose, right? But like anything else, when people turn into a religion, it gets bastardized. Okay, that's the little bit I know about it so far. Now, the red pill rage is real. You can see it in the comments. It's people who claim to be calling women out and holding them accountable and think women are the enemy and the reason why they've been terrible or haven't succeeded in life. Basically, they're caught up in their emotions and judging anything else except the person in the mirror. Okay, so let's go in the comment. A lot of the comment actually love the video, so it's not much antagonizing him in the video. Like, for example, somebody says, as someone who has slept with a lot of women, okay, so people are very quick to say, hey, you're married to one woman for the past 14 years. How do you have to have a say on this? What you don't realize is that being married to one woman, a beautiful woman for that matter, for the last 14 years attract a lot of other women to you. Now, there's a different thing if you're exercising those options or not. Those are two different things. But the truth is that what you're chasing after, it's a certain lifestyle you have to live, and you attract it. And then you get to decide if you should discipline yourself or not, because that's going to expose you as well to lack of discipline potentially, and then you're going to destroy everything you build, right? Those are other decisions to make, but I'm just letting you know, right? Slept with a lot of women. I can tell you the novelty wears off, like everything else in life. That's a fact. Anything you have readily available to you will get watered down. The excitement that comes with having it will get watered down, right? Even with your woman at home, right? You leave some space in between every other day, every other 3 days, and then that keeps the fun. If you sleep with her 3 times a day, at least one of the persons are gonna get tired of that, right? That's just how life works. If you eat too much of beans, water, anything, like you get too much of it, it's gonna get watered down. It's the same thing. So why would you make that will become purpose, right? The idea of purpose in life is because you're chasing, right? But not so much of chasing. It feels like a pursuit. It's a pursuit of happiness, right? It's pursuing something. It's like there's always something meaningful you're doing, but being in it makes you feel so fulfilled. That's the difference between chasing and pursuing, right? Chasing will drain you. It's only a matter of time. And then after a few years, you're going to feel like, what did I do? You achieved nothing except you wasted your life away chasing the wrong things. Honestly, I'm happy AMS said this for real. I started thinking I was crazy. I got on my purpose and fixed my life because deep down, I wanted more women. But now that I'm genuinely on my purpose for me and for the happiness and fulfillment of life, so there's illusions. If all you did is talk to 2 women in 2 months, those two, because you're still focused on your own personal purpose in life, those few times it's gonna feel incredible. Especially from the standpoint that you attracted them, you weren't forceful about, I must talk to women, I must sleep with women. You weren't forceful about that. And let me tell you something, there's a lot of women around to go around. You don't have to chase women. In fact, chasing women work against you. You don't have to admit that you're chasing women. It's your actions that I look at that tells me if you're chasing women or not. Just like everything else, right? Just like everything else, all right?